What do we know here that is certain? Here in this space we call now. We reach for this thing called certainty, or a surety, or guaranteed, or recognized as solid, a foundation, if you will. It's what most grasp for, is the ability to know that I won't be obliterated, I won't be demolished, I won't be killed. If you look at the thoughts that are happening, most of them are linking to some desire to understand what's next, some certainty. But all that's ever really happening is a torpedoing into uncertainty. And that's how it often feels, like this thing we call the me is being boomeranged out into the world without any assurance of what's next. And I guess if you look at it that way, the thought that there is no control here would feel scary, without putting some layer of context on top of that that says, this is all part of God's will, which I've never been separate from. This torpedoing into uncertainty then no longer feels scary, it just is, with the assurance that it's God's will, which has never been separate from the me. Oh look, Doodlebug's decided to climb up here and visit. She likes to make appearances, I guess. Certainly when there is this belief that this is out of or in my control, there is a structure of desire to change things. Life is always lifing. The feeling that I'm being torpedoed into some experience that is out of my comfort zone is a belief, again, in separation. That there is this me that can be harmed, obliterated, destroyed, killed, ultimately. And that's just never been the case. She's making all kinds of appearances back there. Many of you have written to me recently about how life is just so full of strange change and how it feels so out of your control. And that's why I'm doing this video. Don't ask why. Just notice and recognize that you've never been separate to be thrown out into anything. That's the belief to look at. You're not being torpedoed into catastrophe. That's a belief. It's a thought creating suffering. Life isn't happening to you. It's not an attack. It's not personal. It's not specific. It's not designed to make things hard or to challenge. This is not a classroom. You're not here to learn anything. There's no growth necessary. You're all of this. Each one of those thoughts or beliefs is worth looking at, inquiring on. So many still writing on these videos that they disagree with what's being shared here. And yet the energy that's being taken to disagree could potentially be used to inquire. But whatever's happening is perfect. It's perfect. The belief that you're being torpedoed into great change that's out of your control, that feels uncomfortable, is separation. And that's just never been true. This is a short one. Just wanted to get that out there for an inquirer who wrote to me. I send you a tremendous amount of love. Until next time, hoping that you're all well and knowing you're right where you're supposed to be. In love.